Nice. We are live. We are live, you guys. Once again, we're doing another podcast type of thing. I'm going to introduce a person that was introduced to me, Mr. Vincent Owens. Guys, we'll get into you, Mr. Owens, once everything starts. We're going to wait a couple minutes for to see if how many people might pop into the chat. We got some clicking going on in the background. I don't know what that is as far as audio. It's gone now. There was some clicking happening. It's better now. All right, so we're just going to wait our customary 1 or 2 minutes, and we are live on Facebook and YouTube as we speak. So don't get nervous. Fill up a cocktail, enjoy yourself. All right, all right. I hope everybody's fine. Those of you that are listening or watching so far, if you're in here, I do have 2 additional people that are in the background. They may be popping in and popping out to make this whole podcast a little bit more flamboyant. And it'll be like that. No one in the chat yet, but that's quite all right. All right, well, we're going to crank this bad boy up. Let me get that set. What I'm going to do, guys, is get ready to hit record. We got 4 people in here watching. I'm going to hit record. Once I hit record, then I'm going to start the my intro, and then we'll go from there. Good?
Sounds good.
Nice. Outstanding. I'm hitting the record button right now, and here goes the intro. I want to welcome you guys to R-BoP. This is Riddick's Book of Philosophy. My name's Philip Riddick, and this is where I talk about what I want to talk about the way I want to talk about it. If you enjoy this podcast, tell your friends, family, and loved ones to come in and enjoy my whimsical way of saying things, doing things, and thinking about things.
Please hold for a very important message.
Hey, everybody. Sooner or later, you're going to have to travel. You're going to have to take a plane, a hotel, or rent a car or something, either because you want to go on a vacation, something that you were waiting for or really wanted to do, or sometimes we have some unfortunate circumstances in our families where we have to travel involuntarily. Either way or the other, if you need to travel, you want to save some money. I am an independent TSA, Travel Savings Ambassador for Ibuumerange. And I can save you 30 to 70% on your travel. If you send me your first and last name to the following email address, dcboomgetaways@gmail.com. Once again, dcboom, getaways@gmail.com. I can send you an absolutely free website, yours personally, that you can use whenever you want, and it will save you money. It can save you money whenever you are going away. You might be going away now. You might be going away in the future. This website is yours forever. So once again, if you want to save money traveling 30 to 70%, shoot your first and last name to me at dcboom, getaways@gmail.com. Welcome to R-BoP. Welcome to R-BoP. My name's Phil. You guys know who I am. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. All right. All right. Before we get into this, let me address the chat. Hey, Kent Daddy Dutch. How you doing, brother? I got Cooking with S and J. They say, good afternoon, Phil. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, and everything's good to go. Guys, I have a special guest in here. You guys saw the title. The title is Leveraging Possibilities. What possibilities? Any possibilities, but we are talking about getting from point A to point B at some point or another. Now, to help me get along with this, which we'll get to here shortly, I want to introduce you guys to I'll say a colleague of mine, Mr. Vincent Owens. I was introduced by my older brother to Mr. Owens. He is part of this movement that we're in, but we'll talk about that later. So y'all put your hands together for Mr. Vincent Owens. All right. Vincent, sir, Mr. Owens.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you, my friend?
Man, I'm doing fabulous, man. Having a wonderful day today. Just enjoying this great Sunday, man, and just taking it day by day. How about you?
Oh man, I'm doing. I hate you mentioned Sunday because I'm over here sipping on some nourishment, some vitamins. These are vitamins. All right, sir. Um, well, if you would you introduce yourself? Who are you?
My name is Vincent Owens. I happen to live in Denver, Colorado, by way of Chicago, Illinois, and
Nice,
guy out here in the Rocky Mountain West region, man. Just enjoying my life.
nice. So you said you're from Texas
No, I'm from
originally?
Chicago.
Okay, but you're in Texas now.
No, I'm in Colorado.
Colorado. I'm sorry. Where'd I get Texas from? It must have been the vitamins. Just that's terrible. Okay, what's your background, man? Where you from? I mean, what's the essence of Mr. Owens?
I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I moved to Denver, Colorado, out here on a basketball scholarship. Ended up going to the University of Seattle University. I was
Nice,
on a recruiting trip and saw these Rockies out here, man, fell in love. And after, a failed stint, with the ABA,
Mhm.
I just, went overseas and played.
Oh
And
shit,
I joined the military and played overseas and got drafted and enjoyed that experience, man, internationally. Played some time in Japan, played in the Philippines, uh, over in Istanbul, Turkey,
nice,
Croatia, Greece, and just had a good international experience and just enjoyed it and
nice,
came back.
nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing in the military?
I was an aviation ordnance man. Believe it or not, I worked on some of the largest aircraft carriers, in the world, on the flight
Wow.
deck,
Yeah.
and loaded bombs to F-18s, F-14s, and A-7s. So
Nice.
I enjoyed it.
Hey, close air support's your best friend, man. I'm a former infantry guy. Sometimes we need some help from above. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all, man. Um,
That's right.
what about family, wife, kids, pets?
Yeah, I got a wife, 9 children. 7 girls, 2 boys, and I love it. Raised all my kids. They're all over the country now.
Hmm.
We're a close family, close knit family. We get together quite often. We do a lot of traveling, going back to the different places where they reside.
Hmm.
And life is good. Life is fun.
Oh man, I know, man. Family. I love being a family man. I got 4 daughters myself. Sometimes they get on my nerves, but other than that, I
Well,
love them to death.
kids gonna be kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, definitely. Well, my next question is normally how we met, but I already talked about that. I was introduced because of our convergence, where we come together in things, and that's a good thing. What about social media? Do you have any? The
Yeah, I have
floor
a
is yours, man. Throw out any social media that you want to throw out there.
well, on Instagram, on Permission to Prosper, uh, on Facebook, I'm VO Went 2.0,
Okay.
and at Facebook, and then I've got my LinkedIn there. I'm Vincent Owens on LinkedIn, so I'm pretty easy to find social media wise. I love the platform. I'm learning a lot. I'm from that different era, man. So this technology is, I've had to embrace it, and so it's been, it's had its ups and downs and that kind of thing, man. But I really enjoy it. Right now I'm at George Washington High School currently. I'm a basketball coach, and
Okay.
I love teaching kids, life principles using, sports as a vehicle and a catalyst to be able to do that. So.
Nice. Now, has this whole pandemic, how's that affected the coaching life, the school thing, man? You guys open, you closing, social distancing, all that stuff. How's that working?
Yeah, we're doing all that. Everybody's trying to stay safe as possible. They finally gave us our season back. So we're able to do some key things here in the winter sports portion of it. But
Okay.
right now, we're social distancing and making sure everybody's safe. We're following the guidelines set forth by the state and city, and that kind of thing. CHASA, which is our governing body,
Mhm.
Colorado High School Association. And so, it's been good, so we're learning a lot, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
affected us, because, a lot of the kids in 2020, kind of got the shaft, if you will, because they worked their tails off to get to a point. And then, when you're compromising their seasons
Yep.
and being able to do that, yes, it had some, downturn on it, but, that's when we wrapped our arms around the kids, let them know, hey, man, it's not your fault.
Yeah, yeah.
This is bigger than us. And so, we're
This
just
when you
going
got to do some. We got to do some real coaching. Now you got to do the real coaching.
life coaching.
Yeah, man. It's easy to coach a normal season because they already know what to expect. You kind of got your routine. But when you get a kink and you got to coach or lead your way through that, man, that's when you got to rise. That's when you got to do your thing. That's how you got to, the art of influencing others. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, in our brief conversation, you've talked about going overseas to this place and that place in your former basketball career and in the military. And I've been all over the place in the military. And, the world's a beautiful place. All right. A lot of places to see, a lot of things to do. So, in addition, you like that transition?
I love
In
that.
addition to coaching and everything that you've seen, heard, smelt, and dealt, what do you do now that's significant when it comes to leveraging possibilities? What kind of possibilities do you think you could leverage when you apply yourself? And what are you doing now in reference to that?
Well, one of the things, I kind of looked at, trading time for money, that was, some things that people ended up on the short end of the stick. I was introduced through a few mentors of mine on how to leverage other people's resources, other people's money, other people's capital, and, and other people's efforts. And so I was able to leverage those things and be able to become financially independent, so my time is my own. I work with who I want, when I want, where I want. And, I heard about this dynamic company, and I began to look at it, study it, look at the leadership, look at all the things that and their market penetration, and to be able to leverage the assets of those as well. So that's what I mean, being able to do that, it puts you on the other side of time, gives you another experience to be able to see things from a different vantage point when you're leveraging those assets like that. So
okay, nice. I understand, but when it comes to leveraging, what are you talking about more specifically, man? I mean, I understand when when you have many working as one, you can produce freaking a lot of wonderful things. But what are you talking about specifically?
Well, specifically, when you're able to leverage other people's ideas, other people's resources. I didn't come up with the Ibuumerange or the technology that we happen to use in our model. I didn't come up with it. It wasn't my creation. It wasn't my intellectual property. It wasn't any of those things. I didn't have to alter it. I didn't have to create it. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was effectively communicate the value of those things to other people. And when those people engage and use it, I'm able to leverage not only their time, but their efforts as well as that technology, so it's a very, very powerful piece, man, to be able to do it. So specifically, when you don't create it, I mean, some people have to spend a lot of time. There are a lot of man hours that go into creating a product or creating a service for people's consumption habits. And, we're the largest consumers on the, face of the earth, right now, creating trillions of dollars in consumption. And I just thought it would make sense, me being in my twilight years, in my, how could you say, legacy years, that, when you start having children and grandchildren, you want to be able to leave them a start that you didn't have the luxury of being able to do.
A legacy.
Yeah,
a legacy. And what's terrible, and we'll get back to that in a second, is and what I hate, and there's no way to do this without being racial about it. Black folks don't leave, I ain't gonna say all, but many black people don't leave a legacy for their family. All right, that's that old money, Rockefellers, money handed down to family to family to family. The Trumps, money handed down from family to family to family. You name that old money, man. And it seems like, I ain't gonna say disparity and all that stuff, which is a factor, but a lot of black folks, man, once they grind and grind and grind, it seems like they get stuck. You get the house and you take care of yourself. If you're lucky enough to get a house, you take care of yourself. And then by the time you get older in years, there's nothing left. Now your kids watched you. Hopefully they can do better than you, but it's not like you get that $2, $3, $4, $5 million head start. Or you don't have that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to leave for my girls. I want to make sure that I leave something for them to start, either for them to be good when I go, preferably good while I'm still here, but leave a legacy for my family. And this thing that I was introduced to is a conduit to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a conduit. Anyway, sorry for cutting you off. You were saying?
No. It's a neat thing. A lot of times there's a gap between those, different ethnicities, and it's not secret. And the thing is that we have to learn how to create corporately, to change that consumption into things that we can begin to do. And I like to call it the 3 R's of revenue. How to reallocate, how to rededicate, and to redistribute dollars that are already circulating. When those dollars are already in circulation, and we can find a way to get buckets and begin to leverage those dollars that are already circulating, it can do tremendous things. We can leave a tremendous asset to the next generation and begin to do it. When we begin to talk about, the disparities in the gap, and think about that widens the gap. I like to be able to shorten that gap by, educating our children, the next generation, on how to start where we are and to begin to leverage those assets to make them more tangible and show them the importance of passing, real estate. That's the pocket to be able to store wealth to the next generation, and having the right amount of income protection, the right amount of life insurance. Sometimes, we were sold those old small, burial policies instead of really putting the right type of income protection on us. So in the event of an untimely demise, or we check out early before we accumulated our propensity to accumulate, you would have those dollars there for that next generation to be able to utilize.
I'll tell you this. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not talking about in the event of your demise. If you have, folks, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. If you have a $30,000 life insurance policy, and God forbid you go away and you go to that funeral parlor, they are going to do everything that they can to make you spend that $30,000. Listen, folks, you get that $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 policy. I told my wife, put me in a pine box, get the cheapest casket you can get. You don't even have to invite nobody. You feeling me? Put me in the cheapest thing you can get, because that money's for my family. That money is not for the funeral home. All right, folks. I think hey, Mr. Owens, can you hear me? I got a hiss going on.
Oh, I don't know what happened.
Okay, I got you. You're still here. No problem. No big deal. Yeah, you sound fine. But like I was saying,
thumbs up.
Yeah, you're good. Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right. What I was saying is, folks, if you do have a good insurance policy, that money's for your family. That money shouldn't be going to the funeral parlor. You with me? I don't need nobody to spend freaking, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 on my funeral. $2,000 max. Invite a couple friends and put the rest of that money in your pocket. All right. Mr. Owens is out again. I think he's having a small issue. Are you all right there, Vincent, sir? I think he's having an audio issue. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, we just lost him. Hopefully he will be back. I'm going to bring in Dean, Mr. Dean Hannigan, and I'll start asking him a few questions while I got him. Dean, can you hear me, sir? Hello, Dean, can you hear me? Nope, I do not have Dean. What is going on? Let me bring Dean down. I'm not hearing him. Let me bring my brother in. James, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. I'm going to put Dean back there. Folks, for those of you that can't see and you can only hear this podcast, I have 3 guests here. I was interviewing Mr. Vincent Owens, who is higher up in this company that I am involved in. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. It's called a company called Ibuumerange. I am a independent TSA travel savings ambassador, and I wanted to talk about that in ways that if you were interested and you heard about it, maybe you might want to inquire. But I'm having some type of technical difficulty. Two of my guests, due to IT problems, I guess, or maybe it's internet, because this is all, virtual. We ain't all in the same office. For those of y'all that can't see. Anyway, so now it's just me and my brother again.
Yes, sir. It's definitely a pleasure.
We'll talk until Vince comes back or Dean comes back. And shucks, man, I interviewed you yesterday. I don't have any questions.
Well, I have a few, man, for you. Oh, goodness. Everyone knows that you basically work in parts unknown, and that you are home because of what's going on as far as COVID and non-traveling internationally and what have you. So, man, tell me, how are you keeping busy? How's that?
Our podcast, baby. I podcast. I do my YouTube thing, YouTube channel, Daddy Cooks. I got a cooking channel. I also have my video podcast channel. Yeah, that's it. And then I promote this other thing that I guess we'll discuss it here shortly. We're going to give Vincent a chance to come back. Dean's in here. Dean, can you hear me? He's in. You can't see him. Dean, can you see? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, man. All right, I'm going to bring Dean in, Mr. Hannigan, add him to the conversation. All right, Dean, can you say a few words? Make sure we got your audio.
Yes, sir.
All right,
good to be here with you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, until we get Mr. Owens back, I kind of briefly want to touch on a way that you could share prosperity and you could feed some kids by way of a free website. All right, guys, like I said earlier, I am a TSA. All of us are ambassadors for this company called Independent, Travel Savings Ambassadors for a company called Ibuumerange. So we're going to talk about that briefly. And if you're interested or you guys want to ask a question or shoot me an email, you can shoot me an email to that email address right there if you're interested. What this company does is leverages technology. All right. That's why the title is Leveraging Possibilities. It leverages technology. And in the process of this technology leveraging company, there are certain benefits of saving money. And there's also benefits of making money if you see fit. You could also help yourself and your friends by helping them save some money. You can send a free website. I can send you a free website that's free to use, free to keep. Forever, ever, and ever, ever. Yes, indeed. And it can save you money when you travel. Now, what I mean by travel, I'm not talking about airplanes only. I'm not talking about hotels only. I'm talking about resorts. I'm talking about cruises. I'm talking about rental cars. I'm talking about travel. All right, guys. And then there's other aspects, and I'll let other folks talk about that if we get into it. But if you're interested in something like that, there's my email address right there on the screen. We're still waiting for Mr. Owen to come back. And yeah. So, Dean, what do you have to add, my friend?
The thing that I have to add is the Boom Foundation. That is the most fantastic thing. And being a part of this organization and knowing that we are feeding malnutrition children in today's society, every time we activate that boomerang, every time we do the things we do is just phenomenal to me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely.
If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and take this. Go ahead and take me down off the screen.
All right, man.
Help.
All right, just you and me there, Dean. Well, and I like that.
Right.
Even in the event that you are helping someone else, you're also helping a kid. And that's great, especially in this time. During this virus time, there are so many people in need. There's so many people that are having difficulty making ends meet. And yeah, man, I think that's a wonderful thing. I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to feed kids as well as help your friends save money to get from place to place if they want to go out and take a trip. Yeah, especially if they don't expect to have to travel. See, that's what kicks you in the ding ding right there. All right. People already plan
Right.
vacation. You know, people plan, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you save your money and you want to go plan, you want to go to this place and that place. But sometimes you do have funeral. Sometimes people do get hurt. Sometimes you do have to visit folks. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing to be able to help more than one person at the same time. I agree. I agree. So where are you?
Absolutely agree.
Where are you, Dean?
I'm out of Colorado, the Rocky Mountains,
Okay.
and basically, I'm not far away from Mr. Owens. He and I have known
Okay.
each other for many, many years, and came together on this adventure. And it's been an amazing, amazing ride,
Mhm.
because everything we have looked at, hoped we would see, looked for in a business itself, has all encapsulated itself into this organization of what we're all involved in today.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, man. So you got family, wife, kids, pets? Hello? Can you hear me? Dean?
Yeah, I kind of, my
Kind
volume
of
went down.
kind of blanked out.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. My question was, what about your family? You got a wife, kids, pets? What you got?
Actually, I'm single. I do have a daughter. She's back east. She works for a museum and doing exactly what she loves to do. And you couldn't ask for better than that.
All right. I think your volume did go down. You said she's doing exactly what she wants to do, and you couldn't ask for anything better than that. I think that's what you said.
Yes, exactly. And
All right. Well,
that's what we hope for. That we all
oh yeah.
do what our passion is and do what we love to do, and be able to accomplish the things we believe we were sent here to do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And what do you do for a living?
Basically, how far back do you want me to go?
Beginning. Let's go. Kindergarten. Work your way forward.
It's kind of like Mr. Riddick. We were talking, and I heard you guys on the previous podcast, and went to school, went to college. I happened to be in college during Vietnam.
Wow.
And during the draft, I was watching the numbers come up every night, sitting in front of the TV at 10 o'clock at night on the news. Already had blown out my knee playing football.
Mhm.
They took out the cartilage, so my knee would arbitrarily open up because there was nothing but muscle holding it together.
Wow.
And so from that particular side of it, I was fortunate. I did not have to go to Vietnam. But while I was in college, the guys were coming in and out and leaving and coming back. And so I got to know quite a few of the guys. Some of the guys didn't come back. And after that, went to work for a construction company, moved out of that. Friend of mine and I, when we were in high school, we used to run D8 Cat together, and continued to do that for quite a few years. Laid platforms for gas wells, high power lines, built lakes and ponds and roads.
Dangerous stuff, man. Shoot.
I've done quite a bit. Then from there, basically moved into real estate appraisals and things of that nature. Learned some real estate, got involved in real estate. When the government got involved with appraisals, it's when Dean left the industry.
Okay.
At that point. But I used to do a lot of appraisals in Aspen, Beaver Creek, Snowmass, Eagle Vale, up in that
Wow.
area.
You're just
Enjoy that a lot.
just a jack of all trades, huh? Man, you've done a lot.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, man.
And own my own business from that perspective and turned it into a corporation, and then basically have retired into doing Ibuumerange just simply because, as I said, it encapsulates every possible angle that I was looking for a business to accomplish.
Okay.
And that's one, to feed malnourished children and hungry kids. The other, because that's one of the main platforms. And the other is to have a business where the leadership and all of the team, the founders and everybody involved, all work together so everybody can be successful, not just a few.
I got you. All right. Hey, I appreciate it, Dean. We got Mr. Owens back. The man at hand is back in hand. He was out of pocket for a second. So I'm going to drop you out, my friend, and I'm going to bring in Mr. Owens, and we're going to continue on with this conversation, man. Thanks for filling for me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Take care, man. Take care. Welcome back, sir.
Man, thank you so much, man. I certainly appreciate that. Thank you, Dean Hannigan, just for, I tell you, somebody called, they called at the wrong minute, knocked me out, mic went off, I was like, oh.
Hey, that's why you got backup. See, I'm a professional. Don't try this yourself at home. I think James has a question. Hold on. I'm going to bring James in real quick I'm going to have you both on here for a second. Okay. I saw the finger, man. What's up?
Hey, yeah, I saw the finger. I was just wondering if Mr. Owens could turn his device so that we could have that full screen kind of a thing that we had it. And maybe there it is. That's looking good. Now, drop me back out. You all keep doing what you were doing.
Oh, okay. Look, all our heads are the same size now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Welcome back, sir. I don't remember what I asked you last, but I'll just ask you another question now. We'll just go from here.
Good.
How did you learn to adapt? You said you went from military to coaching, and now we're into this whole Ibuumerange thing. Adaptation is not easy. How did you learn to adapt?
A couple of things, man. When I look back over it, I look at, my growing up in Chicago and, the hoods across the world. Inner city can give you some unique experiences.
This is true.
And you have to think on your feet. You have to be quick to decisive to make decisions. So when I got in college, I had to make decisions about being there. When I got in the military, I had to make decisions about my life and those kinds of things. And so when I came from that and went to playing abroad and that kind of thing, you had to adjust to different cultural backgrounds and different languages, different a whole lot of different scenarios. So what it does is it teaches you, to have the ability to adapt and assimilate and to move in, with ease, pretty much. And so those were some of the things that really helped me. How about you?
I agree completely. I do have some college. All right. But 23 years of military. All right. Airborne Ranger infantry guy, 4-time combat veteran. Look, anyway.
Hey, man.
But
thanks for your service.
Oh, yours too, man. Thank you for yours. But that's not to brag. That's just to lay the foundation. And then I still work in the Middle East. Since I retired in 2008, I've been working in the Middle East. I've worked in the Kyrgyz Republic. I've worked in Kuwait. I've worked in Afghanistan. I've worked all over the place.
Wow.
And knowing those cultures and, I travel so much going from this place to that place. And I've come to find out that people are good. People are good. You hear so much bad stuff because you're watching the news.
Correct.
And when they're not gonna report every time a cat gets taken out of a tree. That's freaking boring. They're not gonna report every time they have a peaceful protest. That's freaking boring. But let somebody start kicking in the window, burn up some shit. Now that's all over ABC, NBC, CNN, and Fox. They're rioting. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But people are good. But that's not what's exciting. That's not what gets reported on. I've been in so many countries. I've gotten lost, asked a question, and people take it to the right spot. I've been hungry, didn't know how to get food, didn't know how to speak, and someone to square you away. You know, I've been in more countries than you can get. Well, not you can count. You've been in a lot of them too. But people are good from my experiences. Now, you got to keep your head on the swivel. Now, that's where being a Chicago homeboy comes in. You know, you ain't walking down no dark alleys. You know, you don't talk crap to a guy you can't beat down. Just the stuff you learn how to, you know, if you can't defend yourself, you might have sometimes you have to gracefully walk away. You got to take the walk of shame, but your teeth don't hurt. You feel it? Right. And you know, that's how my adaptation came as well. My time in the military, my time on the street, my time working as a contractor. And I can relate to a corporate official and a dude asking for change. And I can do it easily. All right. I'm a good judge of character. I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'm not afraid to give my opinion, but I'm not afraid to listen. Not hear. Anybody can hear, but you have to learn to listen. That's what we're doing now. And it's just a shame that there's so many times in the conversation, people are just waiting for their opportunity to say what they got to say. And they're not really concerned about what you were saying. They're just waiting for an opportunity to jump in and try to cut you down instead of trying to say, I see your point. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't do it that way, but I can see why you do, or I can understand your point of view. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean you're wrong. That just means I don't see it that way. And that's what I think is so wrong on social media, especially those warriors behind the keyboards that talk all that crap when you know you can't reach out and get them. There's nothing wrong with saying, I see your point. I disagree with it, but I can see how you got there. You know, I don't like the way you think, but I understand you now. There's nothing wrong with that. And it seems like there's so many people that can't overcome that. They can't get over that hump. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be talking about you. Let me shut up.
I mean, you know, that really, you know, you said you summed it up in a nutshell. You know, listening is a skill that should be developed. You know,
yes,
the skill of being able to listen and to hear somebody out and hear them through. So it makes a dramatic difference.
And the art of conversation. All right. A lot of people think the art of conversation is just throwing back quips. No, man, that's the beginnings of an argument. The art of conversation is to be able to listen and comprehend. Not just listen. You know, I can watch TV. You could be going yakking and yakking and yakking. I'm listening, but I ain't paying no attention because you can tune people out. Come on, don't act like I'm the only one. You can tune people out. But if you're really interested in the conversation, you listen to what they have to say, you evaluate it, and then you either have something to say or you don't, and you just absorb it. That's conversation.
So true.
That's why I'm a podcast.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, you got a great platform here, man. I'm just so enamored, man, at your ability to be able to communicate and deal with, you know, all of us that have these different backgrounds and that kind of thing, man. And you do it with such grace and such eloquence, you know.
Thank you, sir.
And it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm having a blast.
I know.
While I'm here. So,
man, I'm trying. I hope this grows. Tell all your friends I want this to grow, because I would much rather come upstairs to my home studio and this be work. The commute wouldn't be shit. Honey, I'm going to work. Got to go upstairs. You know, I would love it. Anyway, y'all support me on that piece. But anyway, let's talk specifically about if someone was interested in this technology phenomenon, if someone was interested in leveraging this company called Ibuumerange, how could they do that?
Well, you would go to Chlordeen, CLORDEEN.iboomerang.com. You know, that's how you can access it. You know, that would be your entryway to it. You know, there are going to be several, you know, platforms for you to be able to do it. Number one is to get yourself positioned. The second thing is to find out, you know, those steps to getting started. You know, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first few steps.
Yes.
It doesn't matter, you know, if you don't take those necessary steps to do it, you want to take those steps that are going to, you know, be impactful and give you success. And the third thing, man, you want to take immediate and massive action. You know, don't wait. What you can do today, you know, today is the day. You know, I mean, this is really all we have is now. You know, people say, well, you know, I'll put it off tomorrow. Hey, you know, I'm inoculated by the past. You know, I said there are two mind-deadening diseases. One I call traditional paralysis, and that's where people are paralyzed by what they know, by tradition.
I like that.
And you know, sometimes we call them the frozen chosen. You know, they they're stuck in time. You know what I mean? Or the network marketing mannequins. You know what a mannequin looks like. You know, you pass by those old department stores, they're frozen in time. They ain't going nowhere. And the other mind-deadening disease is what I call comfortable complacency. You know, it don't get no better than this. You know, I'll do it tomorrow. Listen, today is all we have, man. Take advantage of it. So that would be my, best way to get a hold of,
Nice. I like that. I like that comfortable complacency. Let me see. How could I put that in layman's terms? My father would call that shit to get off the pot. That's what my daddy would say. You the shit to get off the pot. I'm sorry for that. Young people, don't repeat that. All right. Man, I've enjoyed this conversation. I have. The floor is yours. Is there anything else that you want to put out there? If you want to promote something, now's your time. And then I'm gonna bring James in because he's gonna get loud and flamboyant. You know how my brother is.
I had a chance to meet your brother, man, and we met at Vision, one of the Vision conferences. And I just seen him, from day one. He was so full of energy. He was so welcoming. We all got together, man. It was I knew when I met him that, he was going to be a gentleman that I knew for the rest of my life. And I said, that's the kind of guy I like.
Me too.
And, with the way he talked about you, his brother, you know what I'm saying, his younger brother, really intrigued me. So I was eager to see, because I had an opportunity to meet your sister, Miss Dorcas. Powerful sister, man. Powerful sister. The Riddick family is just an incredible family. You guys are full of energy. All of you all are well spoken. You mastered the King's language, and just to see your ability to communicate and make it fun.
Thank you, sir.
That's Mr. Sizzle. We call him Mr. Sizzle.
I know. So, he get all hype. I be like,
I'm talking about, man. He just makes it fun, man. I would join with him just because of his excitement, his enthusiasm. So, So
I'm a little bit more reserved, just a little, not much, but I'm a little bit more reserved. We'll put it like this: James. I'm coffee. James is espresso. And Dork is just mocha choco, Anyway, well, hey, thank you for your time. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna bring James back in, and we're gonna have a quick chit chat with him while he's in here.
Yes, sir.
But I've enjoyed this, man, and thank you for your compliment. I appreciate it. I don't know how I got the gift of gab, but I'm glad it was given. I'll put it that way. We're gonna bring James in. Here we go. Bam. There he is. What's up, big brother?
Hey, man, I thank you. It's definitely a pleasure to be here on this platform with each of you. Now, look, first of all, for the record, I'm the quiet one of the family. Don't even start that. Dorcas and Philip, my brother Aaron, I'm the quiet one of the family. Don't you even play like I'm the loud one. When they turn loose, they truly turn loose. As far as being outspoken, they will talk to everybody, whether you want to talk or not. They are loved. They are family, and you become their friend. So when they unleash this business, when they share this movement of Ibuumerange, hold on, because they're here to take care of you and to help you take your life to the next level, whether it be money that you would like to earn, whether it be savings that you would like to get, or whether you want to do both and share that with your family, your friends, and everybody else. Those are the people. My brother Dork, my brother Philip Riddick, and his website is daddykooks.iboomerang.com. We've got Mr. Vincent Owens.iboomerang.com. We've got Dorcas at dorcas.iboomerang.com and Aaron at aaron.iboomerang.com. Mr. Dean Hannigan, he is real estate investors.iboomerang.com.
Okay, hold on. Now your enthusiasm is overwhelming.
So I just wanted to get those out there.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Can you say those a little slower? You're in that.
Very
Hello?
inspirational post. A little slower.
Yeah, man. You come in a little broken, man. You're in that dirty hotel corner, man. I told you not to sit in that corner.
Yeah, I'm in that dirty hotel corner.
You in the
so
dirty
look, go ahead and turn me
corner.
back off. You all continue to do what you all do. I thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Y'all continue on.
I love you, man. But your enthusiasm, you're so electrifying. You're showing this shit out. I love you, man. I'll talk to you a little bit. Boy, that electricity just shocking. Ow! I love him though. But he's right. And we're going to close this out real quick. You know what? Hold on. We are going to, so I don't forget, we are going to do a quick break because I got to pay the bills too. I got my finger in all kind of stuff, guys. So I'm going to put us on mute. I'm going to do a quick ad and then I'll be right back and we'll close this out. Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I got my fingers in all kind of stuff. We'll be right back for these few messages. I would like to talk to you about Instacart. What if I told you that you could have local fresh groceries delivered to your front door? You can have multiple deliveries for one small monthly fee. Unlike some other apps or services that want to nickel and dime you all the time. If you don't have that special item that you need to make a special recipe, Instacart in some cases can get that to your house in as fast as 1 hour. Hand selected by shoppers based on your preferences, Instacart highlights deals that can help save you money. You can find everything you normally buy, and they also suggest things that may be new to you. They pick the freshest produce and also keep your eggs safe too. Follow the link in the show notes that lets Instacart know that I sent you. That will not only help the show, but it will also, in this case, give you free delivery on your first, I say again, first order over $35. Instacart. Never go out to go grocery shopping again. All right, we're back. Got to get the bills paid, baby.
Hey, man,
Yes, indeed. But hey, I want to thank you so much, man. I really enjoyed this conversation, and I had a ball. Hey, we did have some quirks, but hey, that's just the pandemic life when you start dealing with electronics and stuff, man.
Hey, man.
But
that was on me.
I appreciate it. If there's anything I can do to help, just hit me up. If you want to do this another time, just let me know. If you got anyone else that's interested in doing a podcast, it doesn't even have to be about this specifically. If you know someone interested, they're interested to you, they're interested to me. You with me?
Yes,
so
sir.
Spread the word. It's all about the reach. We're going to get out there.
Yes,
I always say this. I love you like cook food, man. I appreciate you. And don't go nowhere. I'll talk to you here shortly. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Once again, put your hands together for Mr. Vincent Owens. All right, guys. I want to thank you for spending this little bit of time with me. Yes, it happens. Sometimes you have some technical difficulties, but we can overcome. We did it. We still had a successful show. Been on for 48 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the information that was given. If you want more information on this company called Ibuumerange, once again, I'm an independent TSA for that company, as well as Mr. Owens, my brother, Dean, everyone that was on this show, and many, many, many more. You can help people save money traveling. You can feed some kids, especially during this freaking pandemic, get some food in some kids' stomachs. And if you see so fit, you could also make a little bit of money. So there's my email address right there on the screen. Those of you that are listening only, DCBoom, BUUM, getaways@gmail.com. I say again, DCBoom, BUUM, getaways@gmail.com. I could send you a free website, or I could send you some information if you're interested in this business. Thank you for your time, guys. I love you like cook food, and we will be out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you like cook food.